Hello guys, I'm Ty, which you may know as Terran City. You may know something a bit different. Well, that's because I am doing something completely different in my channel. I'm going to be doing reviews of books. Not an entirely new idea. Many people have done this before. There are many channels that are doing book reviews. But this is something I'm going to be doing because just because I feel like it. Plus, there are two other new things that will be coming. One coming on June 24th, I mean, and one coming later down the line. That being said, let's talk about Derek Landy. What can we say about Derek? Well, a lot of things. A lot of you may have heard of the guy once in your lives. You may have heard conversations about him. You may have come across a book of his through websites or through bookstores. You may have heard, you may have, I don't know, you may have just heard of the guy overall. The guy, and if you guys don't know, well, here's the thing. The guy is well known for publishing a book series called Skullduggery, which is something where millions of copies are being sold and many more are about to be followed. And some people think he's one of the best writers ever known. The guy can do no wrong. The guy makes excellent books, and that the final Skullduggery book is the best Skullduggery book, you know, all that kind of crap. I'm personally not one of those people. Now, I don't hate Derek Landy, if that's what you guys think. I don't hate him. I think he's a good, novelist, but that's all he is. He's good. Not great, not fantastic, just fine. He's just like any other person in the world. You meet any other person, they're not spectacular, they're flawed, but okay people. The Skullduggery series, while a good series, is not without its bad entries. Now, there is a good one, like occasionally you would get a good one, like Skullduggery Deathbringer or Skullduggery Dark Days, which is, in my opinion, two of the best books in the series. But then occasionally you would get a mediocre entry in the series, like, say, Kingdom of the Wicked, which is just okay. It's a mediocre book. It has its redeeming qualities, but that's all it does. And then, hold up guys, then, occasionally, you would get a bad entry in the series, with a book that everyone calls the best, and that is this. I honestly don't know why people call it the best book, but that's a different story. Point is, the guy, he makes bad books, he makes mediocre books. He's just like any other novelist. They can make a good book and a bad book. They're not perfect. So yeah, the Skullduggery franchise is, my thoughts on the Skullduggery franchise, as I said, you get the good ones like Dark Days and Deathbringer, you get the mediocre ones like Kingdom of the Wicked, then you get the bad ones like Dying of the Light. But again, that's a series that will probably tackle on in the future. But for now, yeah. That being said, when I didn't know about this book until this thing saw. Just immediately at the end of the book, you got a sample of Demon Road. And I personally was looking forward to this though. Despite the fact that Dying of the Light was the weakest entry in the series, I still had hopes for Derek Landy, and hopefully he'll give us a better book than that. But again, that's a different subject, and I think I've already touched upon that in like 30 seconds. So I got this book last year. I read it 2 times. The first time, I liked it, wasn't perfect. How was it the second time? Well, that's why I'm doing it. And plus, the second book is out. Well, it came out 2 months ago. But anyway, so yeah, is this book good? Well, obviously I just told you guys, so there's no point. So, yeah. So, the plot of Demon Road has something you may have noticed. Okay, may not have noticed. This book is about Amber, who is this 16-year-old girl. Of course, she has a normal life like any other person. And, she's kind of more off, kind of distant from the real world. She doesn't interact much with her parents or her friends. She's more of that person who goes on the internet and blogs and talks to her social friends and that. You know, like any person would do. You know, like any person does these days. Until one day she finds out her parents may not be who they think they are. She finds out that the parents and their friends are demons and they want to eat her. So now she's on the run, and soon she meets up with Milo and this kid called Glenn, and who may seem normal at first, but then she realizes there's kind of more to them. So it's this cat and mouse chase, this road trip of them trying to get away from her parents, and there's there's other stuff going on that I won't be getting into. That's the premise I'll just tell you about. Point is, as I just said before, I like the book. It's not perfect, there's some things I don't like about it, but it's a good book and it does its job. The characters, they're fine, they're a mixed bag. Milo, he's kind of just skullduggery without the humour. He's kind of just skullduggery without the sarcasticness and the humour. But he's still likable enough, and you still get to know more, and you still get to know the character throughout the book, just to like him, and you understand where he's coming from. Glenn, he's the comic relief of the book. Since this book is kind of dark in that you need someone who can sort of lighten up the mood, and that's what he does. He doesn't get annoying to the point where he doesn't, but it's not constant. He does have these moments to be serious and all, but he does have these moments to be funny. And while his jokes aren't funny, you kind of appreciate it. The main character, Amber, I think is kind of a mixed bag. Many of you guys may not have the same feel. Many of you guys may like Amber. I want to just bring that out that if you like Amber, if you like a character, that's fine. I kind of think that she's a bit of a mixed bag. Sometimes she's funny, sometimes she's good, and then sometimes she kind of gets on my nerves. But maybe there's something they can improve in the sequel, hopefully. But whatever. She's a mixed bag, she does her job, whatever. Yeah, anyway. The supporting players, they're kind of just there just to spout exposition. They're kind of just to mention a bunch of backstories and to give up and to just explain more of the mythology of this world. That's already all they do. That's really all they're here. They really just Amber, Milo, and Glenn will just be these characters, and they'll just be like, I'm gonna explain this backstory, and I'm gonna explain it all. Blah 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 blah. 5 minutes later. There you go, that's the story, I'm done, bye-bye. That's all they're kind of there for. And when you meet characters that don't just spout exposition, they're kind of just there just for something to happen to them. Just to either be injured or be off. And as for the villains of it, the villains are fine. They do a fine job. Zachary Shanks, I won't be going into these characters. I'll just mention their names. I won't be going too much into them because that will spoil the book, and I want you guys to just read it. Zachary Shanks, he does his fine job. He's good in the book for the lack of time he has, but he does a fair job. He does a fine job. Varga, he's kind of just there. The witch, there's a witch in there, but she's just there but she's really just there just to. Just to make the book even longer than it should be. And then we get to our two actual villains of it. We get to the parents and the friends, and we get to the Shining Demon. Again, I won't be going much into this. The Shining Demon does his job. He does fine with what he's given. As for Amber's parents, well, all they do throughout the entire book is they kind of act cool and all that. And there's moments where they try to be intimidating. Okay, the point I'm trying to make is the parents are just as mixed bag as Amber. They have their moments of goodness, but every moment they're kind of just, I don't know. every few moments they're kind of just spouting stuff. They're kind of just talking back to characters, and they're like, "I'm not intimidated. Are you?" "No, but I will be soon." And that's how they kind of are. They'll do stuff like that. They'll be like, we're not scared. Are you scared?" "No." And I don't know, but whatever. It's nitpicky stuff. I'm nitpicking. The action is well detailed. Eric Landy does a fine job with it. The dialogue is fine. There's not much to really talk about when you think about it. It's a simple book. It's a book that is really just there just to set up the mythology, set up the characters, set up the overall story arc for the entire trilogy, since there'll be 2 books. One just got released and the other one coming out next year. And boy, I'm not fun that last book. Anyway, that being said, yeah, that's all I can say about it. Demon Road is a fine book. There's some moments in there that you can make you go, why would you do that? And so characters kind of just get on your nerves. But it's a fine book. It's not annoying. It's not frustrating. And while I can hardly call it Derek Landy's best book, I can definitely say it's better than his other book. So yeah, I'm going to go with a number 18. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a fine book. It does its job well. And if you guys are upset that I couldn't go more in detail with this, well, hey, I don't want to spoil it for you. And plus this is my first time reviewing books, so this probably won't be happening a lot. So that's all I have to say. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time on June 24th. Oh yeah, and also look forward to my next Terran City review. That's all I have to say, and yeah, good night.